what's up everybody? Welcome back to our channel. Hey, if you're new here, please click that like and that subscribe. And don't forget to bang that bell notification. This way, you get notified every time I upload a video. Well, today, another video from our friends at Advanblack. Thank you, Alan. What are we installing? We are installing the Protek, I call it engine guard. They call it a crash guard. So let's take a look at it and then we'll work on installing it. Okay, here's the Protek engine guard, or crash guard as they call it. It's made out of, tubular steel, TIG welded, really nice. They give you some extensions. So if you have the lower leg fairings like I do, the lower fairings like I do on my Softail that we did last week, and if you didn't see it, there it is. That's what those extensions are for. I'm still waiting on the sliders to show up, but we're going to install this and wait till the sliders to show up and finish up this video. All right, so what do we need to do? Well, we need to remove some stuff from the bike. On the left side, we're going to have to remove the foot control or the footrest, these two lower bolts for the lower fairing, and on the other side, we're going to need to remove the footrest support right here, and these two bolts and these two bolts as well. So we're going to get this all going, and we're going to actually have a lot of fun doing this. So without any further ado, let's dig into this. Now, if you remember, we put this all together, and I Loctited everything. So the torque on these not bad, like 20 foot-pounds, 15 to 20 foot-pounds. You could go, let me put you down here. You could go 17 and a half, or as I like to say, good height. All right, that's one spacer, one bolt. Let me get the rest of it done. Guys, so here's a nice little pro tip for you. They give you a spacer here. I got this one almost all the way out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to feed this through. That goes in the inside just like that. And now I'm going to get this in here and I'm going to start it. This way, I don't have to prop anything up. I'm using the hardware and everything for that weight. Now remember, all this here, leave it loose because this is where the new engine guard is going to go. So once I have that in by a couple threads, basically like that, I'll take the other one out. Being careful not to drop that other spacer, because now I got them both spaced out. Start it by hand. There we go. And we're going to bring it in just a little bit. Again, leaving it loose. That's pretty loose. So now let's do the other side, and then we'll start installing our new engine guard. Okay, I got the footrest removed and the lower bolts here are removed for the lower fairings, because the engine guard or crash bar is going to go in between the frame and this lower fairing. So let's grab that. I'm going to work on start from the other side. Here we go. This is a simple job, guys, that you could do yourself at home. So working one-handed, I'm going to bring this up. Oh, I forgot the hardware. Let me go get that hardware. Be right. Well, yeah, let me get that hardware and I'll be right back. Okay, I got the hardware, got some thread locker. I'm going to put some blue thread locker right here on the bolt. I'll do that for both of them. Keeping your old hardware separate from the new hardware. The reason why I say that is the spacers that were here are longer than the spacers that they're giving you with this. So you want to be able to space them out properly. Okay, so let's bring this in. Working one-handed here. I wonder if that lower leg fairing is giving me a hard time on the other side. Let's take a look. Yes, it is. All right, so there you go. I think I figured out how to do this. All right. So bringing this up and then behind. There we go. So, one-handed. I'm going to get something to help me out here. This is not easy one-handed. Give me a minute. Okay, so you see I got the tire lift there for me, so it makes it a little bit easier. So taking the long spacer that goes in towards the back here, feeding in my bolt, making sure everything is lined up. Let me get a flashlight. Okay, got my flashlight, and it's not even close to where I need it. So I think I got a flashlight, huh? There we go. And my tools are on the other side. Darn it. So, getting back at this again. Oh, let's get everything lined back up. There we go. I can't find a hole.
That's what she said.
Okay. There we go. I got it. Get mine. All right. Now we take the other bolt with the spacer, and again, that spacer goes in between right there. Let's see. This is the short spacer. Oh, I gotta back this out just a little bit. Let's see, is that enough? Nope. There we go. That'll be enough to the point where it's completely loose, but that's all right. We can figure this out. We have technology. Here we go, that's one. It's giving me a hard time. Give me a minute. Okay, so what I did is I put 2 bolts on the other side just to hold the weight and square it up. So I'm not going to tighten this up. And there goes my battery, but that's all right, I'll do it by hand. I will do it by hand. And I could get this out of the way. That is not needed anymore. Pretty simple install. It's, 8 bolts and you're done. What I like about it is it really moves your leg away from the pipe. So on a hot day, you're not going to be cooking. What do you guys think? Ugh. Okay. All right. That is our footrest support done. Now there's only 2 bolts on the right side, which would be the throttle side. I don't know why this is giving me a hard time, but give me back my socket. But this is the hardware supplied by Advanblack. All right, let's get to the other side. Okay, so now what do we got left? We have our, oh, wrong way. There we go. Our footrest to put in and tighten up. So I'm going to put the bolts through the actual footrest itself. I'm going to put some thread locker on them, and then we're going to just tighten it up. Oh, I'm not organized right now. And like I said earlier, I started these 2 just to hold the weight of the bike, or the bar. That's 1. That's 2. Now I'll tighten up these 2. Don't need the extension. Look at that. I think that is going to be amazing. I really wasn't liking the look of this bike without the engine guard because I got so used to it for it being on for a couple years. All right, tighten up this one. And now we'll tighten up, make sure our footrest is nice and tight. Now we're almost done. Almost. So you could, if you didn't have the lower leg fairings, you could just slap a slider on here and be done. Now, because I have the lower fairings, they give you these nice extensions. There's 2 of them. And I'm going to grab myself a crescent wrench. Nice big one. Because they machined slots on here just for that. So what you're going to do is you're going to take a little bit of thread locker. I'm going to put it right on there. And right on there. Now we're just going to thread these right in. Now the packaging is exactly what you expect from Advanblack. Always well protected and everything. I like the way this stuff is. I like the way they do things. Big believer in their product. Okay, yes. You know, Alan sent these to me. Yes. But I've been a customer of Advanblack for, God, years. Let me tighten this up. Tighten up this side. And now, we just wait for the sliders to show up. I'm liking it though. What do you guys think? Pretty stout, heavy. I like how it's triangulated here for strength with the gussets that go all the way down on both sides. There's a couple cross braces for strength. I really like it. Just enough clearance around the lower fairing for the engine guard. What do you guys think about that? I think it's awesome. All right, guys, we're just going to wait for the sliders to show up and then we'll finish up this video. Okay, guys, these sliders did show up. It's a whole new day, and I'm going to show you guys what Alan picked out for me for these sliders. You know, as always, Advanblack's packaging is second to none. Everything is so well protected. You ready? Because, well, you know what? Before we do that, because these sliders come in different colors. I could have gotten the black Delrin. I could have gotten gold. I could have gotten gold with carbon fiber. But they do have red. They have black. They have a few other colors that are available. So, what do you guys think the sliders Alan sent me are? Tell me. But meanwhile, let's take a look and see them. All right, guys, here it is. You ready? You ready? Bam! The black with the carbon fiber. Look at that, huh? There's one. And there's two. Now, they go right on to the bar. I do have to get a wrench or socket for that. So let me do that and we'll get right back to it. Okay, guys. So what we need is a 7/32 Allen, but before we do anything, we got to use our thread locker. Like I always say, got to use thread locker. We'll keep our bolts in place just a little bit. Dab will do you. Slide that right on. Wow, that looks so good. That looks so, so good. Let's see. Yeah, that looks real good. Boy, Alan really did a nice job picking out these sliders for me. What do you guys think? I think they look phenomenal. I really do. Wow, that looks great. Guys, and that's it for this video. Hey guys, if you like this content, you'd like to see more content like this, why don't you go ahead and give me that like and that subscribe, and don't forget to bang that bell notification. This time you'll get notified every time I upload a video. All right, everybody, until the next one, live the best life you can. Ride often and always ride hard.
Like and subscribe.